My, 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 my. My, 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 my. Oh, my. So much happening here. Boy, oh, boy, oh, boy. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. What's happening, everybody? It's your boy, Leo. This is a Bird section check in on halftime. So, what's going on, everybody? Let's talk about what we've seen so far in the first two quarters. Right now, the game is tied 10-10. Philadelphia Eagles scored on their second drive of the game. Saquon ran it in for a touchdown, and then Jake Elliott just kicked a 60-yard field goal to bring it to 10-10. Um, Looks like this first half, these two teams are filling each other out. It's all defense. It's been defense so far. And of course, Patrick Mahomes doing his scrambling and running around bit, looking just like same thing that Jalen is doing. AJ's got a couple of targets, a few catches. Devontae, the same thing. Seen a lot of John Mechie this game too. AJ Dillon got some touches with the ball. You know, seeing this like it feels to me like they literally both teams literally spent the first half filling each other out. A lot of things that a lot left to be desired, particularly when I think about like the run game. It could be a lot better, but these guys are amped up. Defense is doing what it's supposed to do. They've gotten to Patrick Mahomes a few times as well. you know and it's just one of those things where, the halftime adjustments are going to be key here, but they look, the both teams look, like they were prepared for each other. And it's just going to be a matter of who makes the least amount of mistakes, I think. Jalen Hurts did have a fumble, but Grant Calcaterra picked it up, and that was at the very, very beginning of the game. So, I'm not satisfied, but I'm not dismayed either. I'm just sort of kind of even killed. Again, it's just game two for both of these teams. So it's just a matter of, again, who makes the least amount of mistakes. I will say that Kansas City is definitely looking like the wounded dog that I thought they were. The way they're playing. There's seen some. I'm looking at the body language. Travis Kelce looks like he ready to rip somebody on his team a brand new asshole, because they've been showing the replay of him on the sideline throwing his helmet, talking about I'm sick of this shit. So whatever it is that's going on, it's something internal to it's specific to his team. So whatever that is, I don't know, and I don't really care. I just hope it takes him out of the game mentally. Um, and then let's talk about yo, let's talk about Dallas and New York, the Giants. Dallas won 40-37. Okay. They almost lost that game. I mean, they came really, really close to losing that game. It was so funny watching them, go through the different emotions, because I was watching Mark on his live stream, and Mark could have had a heart attack. Offensively, kept talking birds. Offensively, passing wise, it's a shit show. I'm not feeling Patullo, Pauls, Patrick in their entire offense. Yeah, again, I'm now at this point. I'm waiting I'm gonna wait. I want to see what the halftime adjustments are going to be before I pass judgment on Kevin Patullo and his play calling. I did want to see more of a balanced play calling in terms of from the run to the pass, and we'll see. I mean, they're going to try to get Saquon his reps, to try to get him his yards. So let's see what happens. It looks like Kansas City is not trying to let these let the Eagles run all over them again. Looks like that's what they're going with this game. So we'll see. Um, they are, and you know what? Now I'm saying it out loud, we should be doing a lot better, because their passing game, they don't have, their wide receivers aren't doing like they're accustomed to, because they're not playing their best wide receivers. Rashee Rice is out, Xavier Worthy's not playing, so you got Hollywood Brown, and I forget who the youngin is, but it's not, it's whatever, again, I was just, but I was laughing about, Mark, watching Mark and all his Cowboys brethren go through it with the way Dallas won that game, because they almost lost that game. And, like I said, the Giants took them all the way to the very last second. They won off of a field goal, so in overtime at that. So I don't know. I mean, like, they let them score 37 points on them, so you can't do that with us. So again, once you get, like I said, once the season gets, progresses, you'll start seeing a lot more, teams tighten up on how they play Dallas. So, interesting, very, very interesting to see how this goes. Like I said, y'all, I just wanted to tap in with y'all real quick just to give my thoughts on what I'm seeing so far. I really think that, pay close attention to what the halftime adjustments will be. I like Zadarius Smith, getting in there, and our pass rush seems to be, like making it. We just got to get better and tighten up on those things, and I think that's what will happen as the year goes on, so long as these guys stay together. Um, uh, Adoree Jackson, an injury of note. Adoree Jackson went out with a hand injury. Not sure if he's going to stay out, but Jacorian Bennett is now playing in his place. Andrew McCuba's playing on the safety position. Jalen Carter and Jordan Davis look like they've been, looking to get those to get some penetration in there, and they've been getting there. It's just Patrick Mahomes and him scrambling. Again, our passing game can get better, and I think it will as time goes on. These guys have been off for the last 10 days, so we'll see. We'll see. I'm not overly concerned. I'm not dismayed. I am, but I am watching with anticipation. I think I'll wait till the end of this second half to really be able to pass judgment. Because again, I'm more concerned now at this point what the coaching changes is going to be, the halftime adjustments. All right. With that said, if you guys haven't already, please hit the like and subscribe button. Let me know how you feel, and I'll catch up with y'all post game with my man Warren McKee from the Eagles Collective podcast. And thanks again, everybody, for getting them over 1,000 subscribers yesterday. All right. With that, I'll see y'all at the end of the game on the bird section. Oh, peace.